Hi, Scorpio Rising, and welcome back to my channel. Let's have a look at the last 4 days of the month as your weekly forecast. So, between 27th of May until 31st of May. Well, with the Sun and Mercury completely lighting up your eighth house, your mind is hyper focused on deep transformations, money, financial infrastructure, or psychological clarity. But to truly unlock the power of this house, I think you are facing a massive test regarding your daily routines, your boundaries, and your physical energy. Sorry, but I forgot to change the sign so that you can see it. And as a Scorpio rising, I believe that you excel at navigating, the hidden stuff of life, auditing your situations, managing deep levels of power, resource allocation. These are something that is naturally drawn to you. But I feel like lately you have felt a heavy structural bottleneck. You have been trying to streamline your daily work, optimize your health, push forward with operational matters. But back-end financial delays, shared resource obligations, all patterns of carrying everyone else's daily burdens, I think they are holding you back. And this week is the week when we have to do something about it. You are going to be forced to make radical changes in how you manage your financial contracts, confront a years-long wound around daily lifestyle, and lock a brilliant long-term strategy into place. So the week kicks off with 28th, actually, when Venus is in a square. So it's a friction between Saturn and Venus. Now, Venus is currently hovering through your ninth house, the house of higher education, publishing, the meaning to life, the life philosophy. And Venus here wants expansion. It wants comfortable teaching environment. It wants to travel. It wants to find comfort through connecting with foreign people, or simply we just want to be focusing on the bigger picture. But with that square to Saturn in your sixth house, it's a reality check. I'm trying to travel. I have the desire to be somewhere else, but we have got the daily system. We've got work, we've got routines, we've got health issues, we have got to manage our employees, and those are holding us back. It's like I would like to go on holiday, but the boss says no because we need you. So this is actually a classic clash between your macro visions and your micro, the unvarnished realities of your daily life, really. So maybe you are ready to launch, let's say, an educational program. Maybe you have got this desire to study, to attend a school, but somehow, due to your daily obligations, you are unable to. Or maybe you are ready to write your next book or expand your business reach. But all those operational bottlenecks are coming in. And you might need to go back to basics, like a technical system failure, heavy workload demand in your day-to-day routine. All of these might be slamming the brakes on the momentum. Maybe your body might demand a hard health boundary, forcing you to stop overworking. Saturn in your sixth house acts as a strict operational auditor. So it forces you to look at reality. This transit is asking you, are you hiding out in like grand abstract theories or big future plans? While your daily systems, like the calendar, the mechanics of your calendar, the health routines are completely unorganized or, running you ragged. So you might be experiencing some operational delay, heavy task loads. Do not try to bypass the labor because Saturn doesn't like cutting corners. But this is Saturn telling you to fix the mechanics, respect your physical limits, and they understand that a massive long-term vision is only as good as your daily infrastructure. And how much does it support my vision? Now, talking about, because the ninth house is also the representation of travels and relocation. And speaking about relocation, I'm about to be launching my relocation course in a week time. It's going to be 16 weeks. You can find the syllabus on my website, AstroViktor.com. But this course is going to be helping you to find the best possible location ever. And for Scorpio rising sign, this might be very important because you are going to be having the nodes moving into your fourth sign this year. So relocation could be a topic of yours. But going back on the 29th of May, we've got Ceres entering Gemini, which is your eighth house. And it really feels like while Saturn forced you to tighten up your daily routines, actually the cosmos is giving you a tool to be able to manage these daily work restrictions quite well. It might be offering you a financial contract. Ceres has been in your seventh house, the house of partnerships. Hopefully, you were nurturing your partnerships. You were trying to meet, let's say, new collaborators. You were trying to kind of form new contractual agreements. You were trying to kind of reach more clients or to work together with others. If we did so, this series actually can bring you someone into your life who might be able to offer you a greater deal. So the nurturing energy was very focused on maintaining harmony and security within individual relationships, client consultations. But now the way you feed your sense of security should be more through diversification, intellectual asset management, financial logistics, and pretty much, even this could talk to us about tapping into the finances of our clients. So kind of like selling them a product. I think you are going to be noticing a very huge drive to look at the numbers. If I just rely on a slow-moving revenue stream, then I think it's gonna feel uncomfortable. Gemini's kind of like remind us that we have to be tackling finances from multiple angles. So maybe I'm a teacher, and what if I became a bus driver at the same time? So we can be kind of juggling between two ideas. Of course, the danger is that we might be putting more energy into one, and then the other one is going to be lacking slightly bit. So just be mindful about that. Yeah, we might need to be looking at our business account. We're going to have to audit our contracts or shared resources a little bit. We're going to have to diversify our income models. We're going to have to learn highly practical strategies regarding taxes or, passive revenue structures and so forth. But let's say if you are a digital creator, this could be talking to you about that your business is sustained right now through the strategic distribution of deep knowledge, because with the eighth house, we share. Now, next stop is still on the 29th. Chiron reaches the very last degree of Aries, 29 degree, and the infamous 29 degree, right? It just means that Chiron is in the finish line. Chiron, the wounded healer, is looking at the house, sixth house, which is the house of daily operations, health, and labor. Chiron has been here since 2018 and trying to expose every single wound you carry around self-sacrifice, feeling like a slave to your daily to-do list, overcompensating by micromanaging your environment because you fear chaos. It has brought up pain regarding physical burnout, hating the job, times where you felt completely unappreciated for endless like labor you have to perform. But now it is reaching that bottleneck, that pressurized degree there. So that's a final exam regarding your operations. You are likely to face situations in the next 3, 4 weeks that perfectly echoes that old corporate or operational trauma. An employee, an assistant, a difficult daily task, or sudden flare-up of physical exhaustion might trigger that fear, familiar fear of, I have to do everything myself, or everything will fall apart if someone else does it. And maybe in the past, you have gritted your teeth, overworked, built up that internal resentment. But then Chiron starts telling you that the medicine is, okay, I'm going to look at my schedule and I'm going to have to realize that saying no, delegating tasks are absolutely normal. It's an act of survival. It's an act of self-care. And if we do that, this is a massive breakthrough. And you might permanently close the door on an old burnout loop. You might walk out of a workplace, but hopefully you stop overcompensating through exhaustive labor and stepping into that true kind of like version of yourself. Now, on the 29th, Hera enters your 11th house, the sign of Virgo. And on the 30th, Circe will enter your 10th house. So we had those operational hurdles. Hopefully, you reclaimed your time. And then now you are kind of like starting to realign with your reputation. Well, asteroid Hera enters the house of networks. Hera is about commitment. So you make agreements with groups, you kind of become a mastermind in a group, or you sit down with these masterminds. You might be ready to kind of commit to a community, and I'm going to pull one up. You are no longer interested in loose, unorganized collaborations. Let's kind of document it. You want to know exactly what that collective strategy is. You want to know what we are going to be gaining from it. So this is a perfect time to optimize your community rules, set explicit deliverables for joint ventures, clean up group systems, cleaning up the plans around long-term goals as well. And then with Circe entering Leo, I mean, Circe represents magnetism. So moving into Leo at the absolute peak of your chart, it feels like that your professional charisma is at all time high, I mean. So if you're launching a product, this is brilliant for that. If you're looking for a job, then you might be getting a phone call without actually looking. It's about you stepping into the spotlight by being bold. Um, then on the 31st, out of bound Mercury is making a sextile to your Chiron. First, Mercury is flying completely out of bounds in its home sign. In the eighth house, the house of shared resources and investments and psychological blockages. It feels like that there is a financial intellect there, which is operating totally outside the box. Maybe it's about you coming up with thousands of ideas of how to make extra cash. And that supportive sextile to Chiron might be handing you the key over of how to kind of walk out of a very stressful working environment. Maybe you have been feeling stressed because of taxes or business systems all week. And then all of a sudden, we've got this flash of operational genius is hitting you. And unconventional investment strategies, certain workaround regarding your business, for example, could be popping into your head. And kind of like Mercury is trying to give you the precise key to dissolve those six house worries. So that could be a bit of a lucky break. Now, simultaneously, the Sun is sextiling Pallas and trines Juno. So you're going to start seeing the patterns at your workplace. You come up with a strategy to kind of work more with more productivity. And while Sun is also trining Juno as well in your fourth house, you are making some domestic arrangements, property investments, home-based business commitments, or you even get the support from your family or people that you live together with to kind of anchor your financial future. Then on next day, Mercury is going to be actually shifting into Cancer. And I'm going to be making a separate video about this because Mercury is going to be spending an extended period of time in the sign of Cancer due to its retrogression. So until August, pretty much. But that Mercury, very briefly, you have been managing the backend data. Now you are ready to kind of whatever research you made, you are ready to publish that research, So taking all that brilliant strategic information you built on the operations on, and then now I'm going to be sharing that with the public, but through heartfelt visionary communication. This is also potentially a bit of a rest as well, because we're gonna have to, celebrate a bit of an operational win. Maybe I'm going to be traveling somewhere, a bit of a getaway, and so on. That could be highly beneficial with this. I think this week you're checking your daily boundaries, you reclaim your power over your own time, you build a blueprint for your financial growth. And if you do so, this should be a great week. Well, thank you very much for watching. Share your breakthroughs and insights in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. And I will see you in the very next podcast. Take care. Bye bye.